So if you're thinking of moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you don't know exactly where you want to go. It's a big area. So there's all areas around Dallas and Fort Worth that are smaller cities, and just outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, and maybe more exciting. Stay tuned. I'm going to take you to one of those areas coming soon. So today I want to tell you about how is this market going? What's going on? What happened in September? How are things different now that we're heading to a political election? Will that make any difference at all? So I will tell you all about it here. So let's go. Let's talk about Denton County. So Denton County is a county just north of Dallas County, just north of Tarrant County. So anywhere in Denton County is perhaps 15 to 45 minutes to get to Dallas. To Fort Worth, maybe 30 minutes, just depending on where you are in the county. Obviously, the more southern part of the county, the quicker you are going to be able to get to Dallas or Fort Worth. So in Denton County in September of this year, the median price is $463,500 almost. So that is an increase of 3% from this time last year. That's actually a little higher than I would have thought. It's not completely flat. A lot of projections are that houses will be completely flat, but that one's at 3%. So, and then active listings, here's something we've really seen. Many more houses on the market, and they just aren't selling as quickly as they have. So you'll see here is 40% more in listings, and then almost 10% less in what sold at the same time last year. So last year was a higher interest rate. So people have kind of halted their buying because of maybe the interest rate at this time. We're about down to 6% now. So that is a really great interest rate and maybe the new normal. However, we're always hoping for a little lower, but certainly not reason to wait. You should go ahead and buy that house. There is about 3 to 4 months of inventory on the market. So last year at this time it was 2.5. So we are gradually over time seeing more houses on the market. For this to be a buyer's market, we need to see more, at least like 6 months of inventory. So technically we're in still a seller's market. However, buyers are getting to make some more choices and make some more decisions right now in the market, in the house they're buying. They don't just have to get what they get. They can ask for AC to be serviced, window to be replaced, whatever the case may be, right? And then average days on market. So for September, that time on market was 87 days. That's from listing your house to closing. So actually that's not really a super long time. Not quite 3 months total from listing to closing. So 50 days on the market and then 37 days average to close. Typically closing takes 30 days. So there are a few people that maybe it's taken a little longer. I know that sellers will still entertain contingency now. So they might take, if you say, hey, I'm selling my house, but I've got to buy, I want to buy another house, but it's contingent upon this first house selling. So you are seeing a little bit more of that now. And 87 days is the total days on market, which is 6 days more than it was last year. So let's go to another city. I always like to compare Denton, Frisco, so you can kind of see the difference. So here we go. Let's look at Denton. Okay, so here we have Denton. So Denton overall as a city, house prices are not as high as that Denton average because there is Frisco in there, there is Prosper, there is Argyle, all kind of things that will increase the average in Denton County, but in Denton proper, those house prices are a little lower. We do have 2 colleges in Denton, so there's a lot of more people who are probably commuting, driving back and forth, don't have a house yet, maybe, that kind of thing. So it's an increase in Denton on that average median price. of $403,500. That's 5.5% increase, 5.5% increase from this time last year, which that's a good number. 5.5% is really good when we saw that county average was 3%. So something to check out there. We're really seeing the range of prices be between 200 and 750,000. Really, 200 was 14%. Something between 200 and 300. You just really don't see a whole lot under 200 to 200 at all. Not even that much under $300,000. So your general range of, kind of the meatiest part of those numbers is 300 to 500,000 in Denton. That's your average, and that actually correlates directly with that Denton average of 403. That's a complete average number. And then our listings showing just like it did in Denton County. Denton City, it's 26.5% more listings now than this time in September. So we are seeing a lot more listings right now, and that's just true. A lot more listings are sitting on the market a little longer. Closed sales is down 37%. Again, that goes along with that houses are sitting on the market longer than they have been. And then days on market. So days on market is average of 52. Days to close 33. So Denton City is a little bit quicker at getting to closing once we've gotten into contract, for a total of 85 days on the market. But again, it's still almost 3 months, right? From the time you list your house till the time you sell. So that's something to think about. And it is about 8 days more than it was at this time last year. We are seeing an average of 3.3 months of inventory on the houses in Denton. And it is just going up a little bit. And we do normally see 6 months is considered a balanced market. So if we ever get to or see that 5-month mark, that's when we're really getting close to that buyer's market. Now, let me show you how Frisco looks. Okay, so here is Frisco, kind of really similar, just some higher numbers here. So in Frisco, again, you've seen my videos about all the great things that Frisco has to offer and what they're doing and how exemplary that school district is. And we are an average sales price per house of $682,000. And what we've seen here, which is different than we've seen in the whole county, the sales price is actually down 3.4%. compared to being up. Remember where we saw the whole county was up 3%. So that it does show you that the Frisco market has not had an increase in price of house from this time last year. They are seeing that average price point, y'all, being 400 to $1 million, and even almost a fourth of those over $1 million. So you just are not seeing anything under 300,000 and really not much under 400,000 in Frisco. So that's something to consider. And of course, that exemplary school district does help those Frisco numbers. And then we have 64% more listings. Again, more listings than we've seen, and buyers are going to be able to have some choices now. And they'll be able to ask for that AC to be cleaned or for that window to be replaced, and probably be able to get the sellers to do that. Now, that doesn't mean to ask for everything on the inspection report. Get those things that are critical to you as a buyer to get done. Again, a great real estate agent can help guide you to what might be a really good thing for that. So we can help you. You can comment below, subscribe and like my page, and I'll get you all the information you want when you're moving here to our Denton County area. We are down 18.6% in closings in Frisco. That's just kind of a national Denton County average right now, 18.6% less this time than it was last time. Now, again, that interest rate was still a little higher last year at this time. So the fact that we're seeing less in sales now. I don't know what that is. If people are still now thinking, oh, let me wait on that interest rate. I don't know if you need to wait. It's at 6%. I think that is still historically a low number, and then perhaps get refinanced later, but go ahead and start building equity in yourself. Don't wait, and that will help you. We have 3.5 months of inventory. Again, balanced market is closer to 6 months. So it is still a seller's market. Days on market is 88 days total, 50 days to list. Now remember, when it was super hot, that would have been 30 days or less. And so now we're at 51 days on the market, and then days to close 37. That is completely Denton County average, 37. So for a total of 88 days. And really, the county is averaging close to 90 days for a closing. So once you do list, just consider that, you'll be maybe around 90. Now, that doesn't mean everybody's at 90 days. Some people are at 120, 150, that kind of thing. So that's why we have this number. And then some sell much quicker. And this, again, is an average. So let me go and show you Argyle, so that's on the other side of Denton County. Also another higher bracket than houses on average in all of Denton. So I've kind of showed you two high ones, one sort of in the middle city, and this is Argyle. Argyle is just south and west-ish of Denton. And the average price there is $612,500. That's a little over a 2% increase in this time from last year. So we are seeing that price still going up, because I hear people talk, are we going to have a crash? What's going on? Well, as you can see by this number, it doesn't look like we're going to have a crash in Denton County. Everything's going to remain, we thought flat, but it is slightly accelerating. We saw Frisco down, Argyle, Denton up, county in general up, so you can see that. And then 10% more in active listings, which is less than we've seen in those other cities. And that's 10% more this September from last September. Now, here's something different, and every city is a little different, right? Actually, a few things are different. We are up 35% in closed sales. So that means if 23 sold in September of 24, then last year, what was that? Maybe 16 sold at this time in the average sales number. So Argyle isn't a huge city, but you'll see that is an increase. So we've had a few houses sell in September. Now, Argyle's average price point is $400,000 to $750,000. Then you've got about 16% over $750,000. And you might see ranches in Argyle, so you might see more acreage, or you might see other things, bigger areas. It's a slightly more remote, but very convenient area. So you might see a little bit higher prices there, but also they may also be getting a little bit more land. Maybe not. And then days on market is more in Argyle. So days on market in Argyle is 72 days. Days to close 65. So that is double what we're seeing for that county average. So I'm not quite sure what's taken the houses so much longer to close, but it is 30 days more than the average. So total, we are about 137 days on the market from list to close. So instead of like that 90-day mark we are at for the other areas like Frisco, Denton County in general, we are more at 4.5 months when we're in Argyle. So you will see that, and again, any real estate agent can help you go through these numbers with you. I'd be happy to be that person for you and help you to find that. We are seeing 3 months of inventory in Argyle. So that's kind of one of the lower numbers of days on market, of months of inventory. So that is something to remember. So Argyle, again, a very desirable area, very good school district, great location, ability to get around. So know that 3 months of inventory in Argyle. Now, let me show you the big map all over so I can just sum this up. Okay, so here's Denton County in general. Again, just a reminder, 463,000 is an average in Denton County. That's an increase of 3% over this time last year. You saw those 3 cities I compared, and 1 was down and 2 were up. And we can see those differences there. Obviously, it's an average. 40% more in Denton County of listings from this time last year, 10% less in sales from this time last year. And then the average is 3.5 months of inventory, taking almost 90 days to closing. If I can help you with this, I love to look at numbers, see how everything is going, because I believe numbers tell the story and how it is, but we can help you, have you make a great choice anywhere in the DFW area, but specifically we do quite a bit in Denton County. We'd love to help you. Comment and like below, and let's see how we can help you.